everybody. This is CogCast episode number 12. We made it. We're at number 12. We're just chugging along. Got my good buddy, Drew the Zoo Guy. What's going on, Drew?
What's going on, Cog? I'm here, and I'm ready to talk.
I'm ready. I'm ready to listen. I'm sure everyone else is ready to listen. We said we were going to do this. And what is the day? What's tomorrow? It's like...
Oh yeah, tomorrow is National. It's Endangered Species Day.
Endangered Species Day.
I don't know if it's international, but yeah, Endangered Species Day.
So we won't talk that much about endangered species. We do have an animal topic, but we're gonna put a link up, and I need a good link from you because there's all those shady links.
Yeah.
That really don't go anywhere. So we're gonna
are you talking about like shady as far as the organization?
Yeah, they say we're we're cancer research when it's really just 1% going to that and the rest going to them. So
okay, well I have some good info for you and the Cogcasters out there.
Well, we're gonna post. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. But in general, if you're ever looking to donate to an organization, whether it be animal or social justice or whatever, charitynavigator.com. That gives you a score of how they use their money. So that's always really good.
Never heard about that. Charitynavigator.com. Maybe they'll be a sponsor one day. You never know.
Hopefully so.
We're going to give them tons of hits, I'm sure. So yeah, that's what this is. But that's just the spirit. So we'll post those links up once we do post this up. But we're going to start today with Disney. Drew, in your old stomping ground of Animal Kingdom, has the new Pandora, right? Where it's the Avatar world, and it's really cool and this, that, and the other thing. But they have this new ride, but apparently everyone can't fit in the ride. The ride is called Flight of Passage, but for the large membered park goer, they can't fit.
Ooh, so there's a few of those out there.
Here's the quote. This is the first time I've been going to Walt Disney World that I've ever not been able to ride something because of my size. I felt the safety harness click in, and it was tight. I mean, it was real tight. But I thought, all right, well, I'm in. But a cast member came up to her and said, then a cast member said the exact same thing. I'm really sorry, unfortunately. We can't get the seat locked, and you're not going to be able to ride. So, people are pissed that they're too fat and they can't ride the ride. What do you think about that?
What's too fat? How fat are these people? Do we know?
I'm assuming they got to be pretty big. I know there's some rides that are snug. I mean, I'm looking right now at the little seats. They don't look huge, but the average person should be able to fit in them. So I'm thinking these people got to be pretty fat, to not ride the ride.
And this is Disney we're talking about. They thought about this,
right?
So I don't know. I haven't seen the size of these people, but I don't know. I feel bad for those people when I see it because we both worked at Disney and we both saw people, not allowed to ride things or standing on the side while their family does. So, I don't know. I mean, first off, I probably wouldn't go to a theme park if I can't fit in the rides. So, I don't know. That would be a really embarrassing thing.
But it's supposed to be for everybody. Disney's for everyone.
And then you're in Florida, so you have to wear, a tank and some shorts. Right. So, it's uncomfortable for everybody, I think.
I think Disney is, complete shock for really fat people because they don't know how much walking they have to do, and it's super hot. You walk probably 2-3 miles, the whole day, and when's the last time they've walked that? So you would think they would shed a few lbs before they get to the ride, but I don't know. Here's my thing: if you're too fat, you're too fat. Too bad. I think
nobody's problem.
And listen. There's only so much you can accommodate for. And this ride is probably designed, because this is a pretty, new ride with new technology, and I'm sure, if someone's, huge, they're not going to be able, because it's a single cart kind of thing. It's kind of like a little single thing you kind of sit in, and it almost looks virtual reality, honestly, but I'm sure that, it does a lot of moving.
Is there any Disney ride that you would compare it to?
It kind of like Soarin', only it looks like it's an individual kind of thing, even though you're in a row. So you're kind of like in your own little chamber, I guess. I don't know what happens on the ride. I heard it's cool though. Like people really like it. I think it's like kind of like / virtual reality, and you move around and stuff like that. But listen, if you're too fat, you're too fat. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Because I mean, a lot of people go to Disney, like they are kind of fat.
Oh, kind of, yeah. I mean, you're mixing like tourists with like, and Florida is probably on the bigger end as far as states go.
Probably.
So you're just mixing two things together. That's
right.
going to equal that. But I don't know. You know, I always feel bad. It always sucks. I'm sure they're all nice people for the most part. But you're right. I mean, like, it's out there. It's in the open. You can't deny it.
Can't deny it. And, you know.
Can't deny it.
And it's all about
yourself through it.
And it's safety, right? Like, Disney's number one thing is safety. Absolutely. So if you're a fat tub, you know, and you're going to, like, die, then don't get on the ride. Like, it's
gonna break and fall or something.
It's like you have to draw the line in the sand somewhere.
And I don't know, like, wouldn't you, like, the first time that happened, like, man, I couldn't fit into this seat in front of hundreds of people. Maybe I should rethink my diet or something.
Or you could go the other way and just eat a bunch of crap and be like,
say screw it.
But a similar story is a guy on Facebook. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's like an aficionado of a lot of things on Facebook. He's a huge guy, like he's huge. And there's just, and no pun intended, a huge controversy because he rode the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Pretty tiny roller coaster. And his biggest complaint was the seats were too small. And when he was in there, he popped a scab on his knee.
Oh!
Isn't that disgusting? Why would you say that?
Oh.
Why would you put that
God.
on Facebook? And then there was like a civil war. There was like people who was like, yeah, it's too small. And then the other people were like, you're fat and you should probably lose weight. But like complete division. Now, I loved every second of it. I was like, oh my God.
Man.
This is crazy. So speaking of Facebook stuff, this guy, we both know this guy. I'm not going to put him on blast. I'm sure he doesn't listen to this. But he got a new driver's license, right? From Florida, and he posted the entire driver's license on his page.
That's not smart.
His driver's license number, where he lived, like all that information. And everyone's like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was like, "Am I just living in a fantasy? Am I the only guy who's gonna say like?" Because I never talked to this guy ever. Like I've never commented on any of his stuff. I don't like any of his stuff. He's just there. So I had to be like, you probably don't want that information like out there for people to see. Like, and this guy's got a kid, and this guy, and it's just like, what are we coming to on Facebook?
Damn, I don't know. I mean, especially too now, like we live in this age where like I don't know, have you been ripped off? Like somebody broke into your credit card or
I think like maybe once.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's pretty. I knock on wood. I'm pretty fortunate. I've never had any kind of financial fraud. But I think like everybody I know, including Kim, my dad, family members, friends, it's happened at least once. So why would you want to expedite that process?
Exactly. And I'm just like looking at it, and I'm like, this dude, he can't be real, right? Because like people do that when they move to a new state, but they like cross out the number and like, oh, I'm officially a resident or whatever. But I was just like, dude. What are you thinking?
I mean,
just put your social security card up there.
Like, who cares about your driver's license?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Like, I mean, if you want to post a picture in front of the city or your new job, that's interesting. But, like, you can tell somebody you moved without seeing their driver's license.
I literally probably could have signed up for a credit card with all that information and bought new TV, bought this, bought that. Like, dude, you might as well just have your social security number, your blood type up there. But I was scammed one time. Like, people in like Texas tried to spend like $300 at a Walmart with like my card, and I got like a phone call or whatever. Like, did you do this? And I was like, no. So I had to get a whole new debit card, which is a first world problem. Really isn't that big of a deal. But anyway, we're gonna move.
Let me. Speaking of first world problems, let me ask you this: as far as all that's concerned,
go ahead.
I've heard people who get mad when credit card companies like if they go out of town and like Discover calls them and goes, hey, are you in Louisiana right now? they feel bothered by that. I don't know. I appreciate that. I like it when people
it's an
tell me these
inconvenience,
things.
Drew. It's an inconvenience, okay? Like,
Man.
they don't want to be bothered with that.
I should know better.
You should. How dare you? How dare you bring such
I can't know
trash.
if somebody doesn't post a picture of it and show it to me.
I know. Here's my new credit card. Just got it in the mail. Check it out.
I was thinking of throwing up my social security number on
Do
there.
it. You know, I'm thinking about like my bank account, my router, you know, all that kind of stuff. I'm excited
somebody will
about
add money
it.
to it.
I'm excited about it. I want people to know.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to it's a Yale dean who's known for her cultural sensitivity. She got exposed by the school newspaper for leaving dozens of Yelp reviews about white trash and low-class obese people. So kind of like what we just did, but she's like the dean at Yale. Okay, so here's one of the reviews she left. And she's like an Asian woman, for what it's worth. I mean, you know. Just
Yeah, I was going to ask.
To put it quite simply, if you're a white trash, this is the perfect night out for you, Chu wrote in one of the review at a Japanese restaurant. This establishment is definitely not authentic by any stretch of the imagination and perfect for those low-class folks who believe this is a real night out. Over-salted and greasy food. Side note, employees are Chinese, not Japanese.
Oh.
Dang. She apologized, but like, how do you not know that's going to bite you? Especially in like today's day and age. Like when you like burn a student, they're probably going to find everything you've ever done to like throw it right back in your face. Like, what do you think about this?
Now, what was her title at Yale?
She was the dean at Yale.
Yeah,
but
you shouldn't even be on Yelp if you're the dean at Yale. You have no business telling people about these
if you're a dean at Yale, how do you got the time to go to Yelp? I've never left a Yelp review in my entire life. Like, but she's known for her cultural sensitivity.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. I think people who are like that, like, always have like someone who's like super into something is totally hiding like something else. So this was probably all cover, just to make her white trash comments, all that kind of stuff. But have you ever left like a bad review before? Like I can't even remember the last time I have.
To be fair, I've left probably 3 times. I don't do a lot of reviews unless it's like, oh man, that was really bad.
Yeah.
Like I feel disrespected, which is, few and far between as far as establishments go. And then, but I to be fair, I've probably done 3 times as many positive ones. Because when I meet somebody who's competent and nice, I'm always, not surprised, but I'm always appreciative. So I try to make that known.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've written some bad comments before. Not many. Can't really think of any. Have you?
I blast people on Twitter. Just because.
Like celebs?
No, just like the one day I went into Target and I wanted to get BLP, and they didn't have it.
Ooh,
so I
BLP.
blasted them out. I was like, "How do you guys got everything but BLP? Like, are you kidding me?" And then like they tweeted me back. They're like, "Well, what store number was it?" And all this, that, and the other thing. I was like, "Whatever."
That's good as Target.
I don't know, but like that's huge, man. Like if you call someone out on Twitter, like they kind of think that. Well, there's so many social media people. That's just the way it is.
Well, I think companies like have people to handle. Like they probably just comment back to people all day.
Yeah, well, where I work for, they have people who do it. You want to hear some more of these reviews she left?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a review for Entertainment Cinemas. She gave it 1 star. Good Lord, talk about idiocy and incompetence. Why the hell in this day and age would there be no separate line for just tickets? So what they have is barely educated morons trying to manage snack orders for the obese and trying to add $7 plus $7. Unfortunately, it's this or the Hanover Nugget, but heaven forbid the Nugget gets movies which pander to the masses. You've got no choice, and like a fool, I remain in line with the other idiots. And for the idiot reviewer who said popcorn is pop fresh, please explain the person hauling in the garbage bag of popcorn from the back room. Oh, secret popcorn machines in the back room. Be kind to my ass. I pay for my ticket and decent customer service. decent. I'm not asking for stellar. I'm asking for bare minimum competence. That's pretty elitist, if you ask me. Like,
oh yeah.
why wouldn't you just leave?
I think the last statement's fair, but other than that,
just leave. No one's forcing you to go to this movie theater. If you don't like it, you're the idiot standing in line, paying them the money. Just go. You
should be at Miracle 5.
Go, yeah, or go watch it online at your house. There's plenty of websites for that. Like if you're sitting in a boat and it's sinking and you're complaining about it and you're not getting out of the boat, like, you're that idiot. Like, I really don't care.
Yeah, I think there's other movie theaters pretty much wherever you live.
Right. Like, don't keep eating the steak when it's terrible and complain about it. Like, you're continuing to do that. Like, I have no sympathy for this woman at all.
And the more you, like, read about her, I feel like it's getting... I don't know how racist she is. I think she's just likes to complain about it.
She's just like...
And she seems more elitist than anything.
I think so. I'm trying to see if there's another one. Man, she hates the movie theater.
She's just bored. Like, that's my takeaway from this.
She hates
She just
the
needs to
movie
get off
theater.
her phone and find someplace she likes.
Right. All right. So, we'll do one more. This is for the mochi store. I don't even know what mochi is. Do you know what mochi is?
Never heard of it, no.
Some kind of food. I don't know. We'll look it up. Okay. It's the mochi store, 1 star. She only gives out 1 stars. Remember, I am Asian. Because everyone knows that. Right from the jump. On an online review, everyone would know that. Right from the jump. Remember, I am Asian. Remember, I am Asian. Asian. I know mochi. These are not good and overpriced. They are ice cream mochi, which are small in size and easily become freezer burned if not stored well. When you order a large quantity, they stick them to plastic grocery bags. Yes, the large ones you see at the grocery checkout. The place that sells them is dank and dirty. To be honest, you'd be better off getting mochi ice cream at Trader Joe's.
Because Trader Joe's is such a shithole.
Alright, this one's directed at you and me, right at the bottom. I guess if you were a white person who has no clue what mochi is, this would be fine for you.
That's totally us. I have no idea what it sounds like ice cream you make in a bag or something.
And the best part is, one person voted it useful and one person voted it funny.
I would agree with the latter.
I don't know what mochi is, so I don't know. Like, it could pass for me.
Can you look mochi up for the listeners?
Sounds like it's ice cream. Sounds like it's ice cream in a trash bag the way she's describing it. But let's see, mochi. I think it's like frozen yogurt.
Okay,
it's
like
Japanese.
Drops, maybe.
Oh, mochi.
I know what those are.
Well, it's 2 things. There's mochi ice cream, and then there's mochi. Mochi looks like a rice cake.
Okay.
Japanese rice cake, short grain. This rice cake is pounded into a paste and molded into a desired shape. So I guess it's just like some kind of shape. But then you can get mochi ice cream, and it's just made from. It's like a pounded sticky rice ice cream. I guess the mochi ice cream.
I mean, I'm open to try it, but she didn't talk me into it.
And apparently, white people don't know the difference between mochi and anything else, but.
I got a question for you as far as white people go.
Go ahead.
Are white as a white person, do you feel like WT or white trash is like a big deal?
No.
Or should we just take it?
Because I know I'm not white trash, so it doesn't bother me. Like, if someone were to call me white trash, I'd be like, okay. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. We're in like a unique position as white people that not a lot people can say. Is like a bad, like, we don't have an N-word.
Cracker.
We can't be called, cracker. Like, who can, like, I don't really, like that, I don't know. But, like, if someone calls me white trash, I've heard panhandle trash before, which is like a new term. Which I like that. Yeah. I like that term a lot, panhandle trash, because it makes a lot of sense. But, no, like, it doesn't bother me. Does it bother you?
No, I feel so guilty. I feel like I deserve it, even though I didn't do anything wrong. So, no, it doesn't bother me, and, I like I said, I feel guilty, so, I don't think I'm white trash, but if somebody wants to call me that, I probably wouldn't care too much.
No.
Because I'm paying somebody else's debt.
Right, white trash. But it's a good term. I mean, it makes sense for a lot of people.
I like using WT. Been doing that lately.
Calling people WT? White trash?
Yeah. I'm just saying that's WT. Yeah.
It's white trash. All right. Dude sues his date for the price of her movie ticket after she texted the whole time during Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Can you sue for $15?
He's suing in small claims court for $17.31.
Oh.
What do you think about that?
Oh, I think a lot. I mean, first off, that's incredibly petty. Yeah, it's just petty. It's petty to text in a movie, whether you want to be there or not. But, like, to take it that far.
to go to small...
And to take it to small claims
you
court.
got a lot of time on your hands if you're going to take someone to small claims court for $17.31. How old do you think this guy is? Leave it a guess.
Oh, well, it's prom, right? Did you say prom?
Nope. No prom.
Oh, just a date. A date. Gotcha. I don't know. He's probably... Maybe he's really old and he just doesn't understand. Maybe he's like 38 and that was the first time.
Whoa! You were really close, man. He's 37.
Oh,
you were almost on the bullseye.
Wow.
Brandon...
I had a picture in my head all warmed up, too.
His name's Brandon Vesmar. What do you think Brandon Vesmar even looks like?
He probably looks like the guy who didn't fit in the ride at Disney World.
He's from Austin, Texas. Filed a claim Thursday against his date. He is asking for $17.31, which was the price of the movie. Whoa, that's one ticket? $17.31 for a 3D showing?
That's pretty. I mean, if it was 3D IMAX, the place, we just found a place that's 15, but the place we were going was 18.
Tickets are so ridiculous. Like, when I went to see...
Well, I don't see movies.
We got a discount because who I went with worked at Universal, so we got like a percentage off, and it was like 24, I think, something like that. And that was for 3D,
ridiculous.
Though.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, Vesmar, who had his own communications consulting company, said he met the woman online and went with her first date to the movies. Who goes to a first date on the movies, though? Like, that's a terrible...
communication.
That's a terrible first date.
That person.
You can't talk to him. And if you don't talk to him, like, you're just going to sit there awkwardly because you can't make a move because you haven't made any communication. So he said it was kind of a first date from hell, he said. About 15 minutes after the movie began, Vesmar said his date started texting on her phone. This is like one of my biggest pet peeves. She was 35, and she's quoted at saying, "Oh my God, this is crazy. I'm not a bad woman. I just went out on a date."
No, I agree with her.
I side with her.
I think you're a bad moviegoer.
Right, terrible moviegoer.
Because even if I was 3 seats behind Vespar, I would be pissed off at his date. I would say, I'd probably go to the theater company and say this person is texting, but
so you wouldn't
it's his problem.
You wouldn't call them out. You'd go to the theater people and make them do it, or?
I mean, I'd probably say something first. I would say, hey, can you get off your phone? But I'd go to the movie people, and Vespar did the wrong thing.
He did.
You can't be making social media news by doing dumb stuff like that.
No, and if he was smart, he would have been like, he would go on a second date and just make her pay, and then he could get his money back that way. Like, it's like
I don't think she was going on a second date with him.
I don't know, man. If you're texting during a movie, that guy must have been. This guy's got to be a prick, because no one else other than a prick would sue someone for a movie ticket. So no wonder she was on her phone. This guy was probably intolerable.
Oh yeah. It was probably the first. It wasn't the first date between them. It was probably literally his first date.
Yes. I don't know. This guy's nuts. 17. Well, I wonder if.
Screw you, Vespar.
There's no way he's gonna win that, right? Like, there's no, because he paid that money up front. Like, you're not gonna get that back.
I think she should send him $18 with a picture of her middle finger.
Maybe.
Call her a day.
Who knows, man? Like, it's. Vespar needs something in his life. Speaking of controversy, Last Man Standing.
The Last Man Standing.
It's probably like the only mainstream, like, conservative, like, family show. And it's on ABC, which is kind of odd because ABC tends to be a little liberal.
Yeah.
But, they had pretty decent ratings, but they decided to not renew it. And their reasoning is they're not going comedy anymore on Friday nights. They're going for like the 2020 type of thing and like drama. Did you ever watch Last Man Standing, and what'd you think about it?
I have watched Last Man Standing, and my dad's a pretty liberal guy, and he, as far as I know, still watches it. Well, I guess not anymore.
Yeah.
Through living at home when it first started, before whenever that was. How long has that show been on?
It was like 7 seasons.
Yeah, so I watched it with him for a while, and it was okay when it first started out. And to give you an idea, like you said, it like being a conservative sitcom,
right.
I didn't really know those existed.
Right.
So I was always like, is this conservative? Because like it could go either way. Because they had liberal characters that kind of went back and forth with him. And I don't know if Tim Allen's a conservative. I mean, I didn't think he was. So I didn't even know it was a conservative show. I just thought it was kind of a back and forth banter kind of show.
Yeah.
And that's why I personally saw it. My dad kept watching it, but it got so old. Because Tim Allen was like the dad. Because he's the only man.
He's the last man standing.
He's the last man standing. And like his daughter was dating this hippie liberal guy, with a beard, of course, and he wore flannel. And they would just go, and like the show turned into them going at it. And then he had this little daughter who was going to the military, and she would just pop in and say something rude, and then the wife would be like, "Come on, guys." So it just became. I mean, I'm surprised it lasted that long.
That's a great synopsis of the show, Drew. I think you really nailed it on that one. All right, so Tim Allen.
Did you see it?
I actually really like the show, honestly. Like, I kind of like, I don't know, because I don't really consider myself a conservative person. Like, I can understand some of their views. And the show really wasn't even that much of a conservative show. Like, it was just jabbing, liberals sometimes, quote-unquote liberals. But I didn't mind it. I could watch it. I would laugh. It wasn't like a show I would, like TiVo or anything. Or I don't know. Is TiVo still a thing? Like, I wouldn't, record it or anything. But here's what people are making it out like Tim Allen's outraged that it's,
It's a war. You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
The Christmas cup thing with Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't even know this was a conservative show until people got pissed off about it.
But it's fake news because Tim Allen isn't even that much. This is what he said. This is his official tweet. Stunned and blindsided by the network I called home for the last 6 years. So I guess it was on for 6 years. Hashtag Last Man Standing. So everyone's making it seem like, Tim Allen's the big trumpet blower. That it's this, whole political thing, but it's really not. But but over 300,000 people have signed a petition to get Last Man Standing back on TV because, quote, they don't want to be constantly shoving liberal ideas down the throats of viewers.
Oh, maybe they should just put it on whatever channel Duck Dynasty's on.
Oh, CMT?
Put it on Fox News or something like that if they want it so bad.
I think ABC should keep the show. I think they should keep it. I think they should put it on something else because it's good to have variety and it's good to have, different kinds of things like that. And if you're going to, nowadays, people watch only what they're going to expect. If, I'm not going to watch, a super, someone who is super against Trump isn't going to watch Fox News. And someone who's for super Trump isn't going to watch MSNBC because they don't want to see stuff that they don't like. But I think we need shows like that, just to show the opposite side of the coin, because at my unit, a lot of people were pro-Trump. I didn't vote for Trump, but they were still good people, But when it came to but now politics is such this toxic thing. You can't talk to somebody, if they're not. Now they're taking off this show. I don't know if it's for that liberal. I don't know if it's for politics, because apparently the ratings were pretty high. But
I don't know anybody who watched Last Man Standing. And
my parents watched Last Man Standing.
Night. Who is at home on a Friday
Mary
night
and Tony.
watching Last Man Standing?
Mary and Tony. They would watch Last Man Standing, and then Mary would watch Shark Tank.
Oh man, 2 classics back to back.
Different networks, but. I think I do. I'm a little upset that it's down just because it's all this uproar. And I would agree that there are a lot of shows nowadays that are, showing, equality. But I don't think that's a bad thing. That's just my perspective on it. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to show people getting along with gay people or whatever else that is. But, you know, at the end of the day, 300,000 people strong, they want Last Man Standing back.
That's a lot of people
who a lot of people.
Could sign more important petitions.
Well, I don't know. I never watched the show Jericho, but apparently, like, a long time ago, that show Jericho, like, the same thing happened. Like, a lot of people, like, signed a petition, like, we want to watch Jericho again. But, so, I guess it's through and through. He was the last man standing, but he
was the last man standing, and I don't know if I still don't know if he's a conservative guy. Not that it matters, but
right.
I think he was just surprised it got canceled, probably because it got half-assed decent ratings or something like that.
Well, they said the ratings were pretty good, but again,
I don't know. Let's be real. You're not Modern Family. You're not Blackish. You're not one of the big guys on the channel.
But, you know,
you're on Friday night.
Right. Well, they say, like, the ratings they got for, like, a Friday night were, like, pretty good, considering who's watching TV on Friday night. You know,
ABC. So the ratings are good for a Friday night. Okay,
right.
This makes more sense.
Yeah, all right. Hey, you know what? Ratings are ratings. You got to sell the dollar.
Somebody's got to take out the trash.
That's right. All right, so speaking of taking out the trash...
Good segue.
I've seen this every year. Like, people are crying about this festival in China where they kill dogs and they eat dogs. Apparently, it's over. Apparently, the festival has been banned. People can no longer, celebrate. And what it is, it's I don't know what the actual name of the day was, but there's a fine now. Those who break the ban can get arrested and fined up to 100,000 won, which is like $14,500, up to $113,000. Oh, this is what it was called. It was called the Yulin Dog Meat Festival. And people in 10,000 to 15,000 dogs would be eaten every year. And it was like cruel. They said in 2015 it was only 1,000, but still. I'm a dog guy. I like dogs. I would never eat a dog. And this upset me, and I'm glad, they're finally putting the kaput on it.
Yeah, that's disturbing. That's gross. It just grossed me out with you just saying that.
I know, man, but it had been going on for such a long time, and we only found out about it because of social media and all that stuff. So it's a good thing, that it stopped. But they say, like, the dogs, like, not all of them were just, like, in the wild. Like, they would, like, steal dogs.
Oh!
They would do all kinds of stuff like this. So the festival wasn't banned as a result of pressure from foreign animal advocates like PETA. It was initiated by the legend Mo Gong Ming, just your everyday, some guy who was, I guess everybody liked, who didn't want these dogs to be, killed and all that kind of stuff like that.
You would know who he is if you weren't white.
No, I wouldn't know. But, so, like, what would you do if there was something like that in America? I mean, we don't have anything similar to that, do we, that you know about?
I mean, yeah. It's all relative as far as, how and I definitely think dogs is definitely a hot spot. But, I mean, there's animals that people consume, like, cattle and chickens and fish farming and stuff. They live in terrible conditions. So, I mean, it's not a dog. Some people have those animals as pets. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty relative. I think that it's a lack of respect for another species. So, yeah, I think it hits a little closer to home because it's dogs. But I think any time an animal is treated with disrespect, it's pretty sad. It speaks a lot.
Yeah. Well, I know there's, like, a rattlesnake festival where people, like, go out and, like, kill rattlesnakes and they get paid because apparently they're, like, overpopulating and stuff like that. And I'm not anti-hunter. I understand people hunt. If you want to hunt, as long as you, like, you at least use the animal in some way, like eat the meat or, use the fur for, like, I don't know, whatever it is. I would never go hunting. I don't think I would. But, like, just killing, thousands of dogs for, like, no apparent reason. Or I guess they eat them. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad, there are some good, that's one of the bit of good news that's in, the media today. So I'm going to segue into what was the weirdest thing you ever ate?
Ooh, interesting. Let me think about it. You go first.
I was thinking about it, like when I wrote the question down. I ate frog legs once. Tasted
Okay.
like a combination of chicken and fish. I wasn't like a
Weird.
huge fan. It was okay. Like I would probably eat it again. But that's like the oddest thing I can think of. I'm sure there was something else. I tried like sea urchin before, or like a
Oh, uni,
sushi.
yeah.
It tasted like the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, it tastes like looking like an oyster shell.
Yeah, like it tasted like it was like cold and like they say it's an aphrodisiac. I immediately got hard at the table.
Oh,
No.
poke, poke.
I did not. But I tried that and I didn't really like it. But that's the most I can probably think of. What about you?
I would say probably, I think I had alligator when I was like in elementary school. I remember that being really chewy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's probably the weirdest thing I've eaten. There is, speaking of weird, I am willing to try this. It's available at Safeco Field where the Mariners play.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fried crickets in chili lime sauce.
I'd do it.
Yeah. So I've never eaten bugs, but I only eat fish right now, so that would be something I'd be open to for a protein. So I'll let you know. Well, that would be the weirdest thing I will eat.
We're like the only country that doesn't eat bugs. Like maybe not Canada, probably not Europe, but like every South America, Asia, Africa, they all eat bugs. And it's like a comment. Like they just eat bugs. Like I would eat a bug, I guess. I don't crave a bug just because I'm about to be 29 and I've never eaten a bug. I've never tried it, but like. When we go Mariners, I'll eat some bugs with you.
Cool. We'll just eat a bunch of bugs.
Just eat bugs, and I don't know. Like that's kind of a gross thing though to eat a bug. Like if
I don't know. I mean, I think it honestly, I think it's grosser to eat like a slab of meat than a bug.
Yeah, but if it's like cooked and stuff, just from.
I'd rather eat the bug.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but like in Fear Factor. People ate bugs all the time.
Oh, and they were just
like a live, I don't know if I could eat like a live cockroach or like a live bug.
No,
that's
you
like
don't need to be
around.
eating live bugs. It's a fear factor.
It is. I love that
it's
show.
Not a food thing.
Do you watch Fear Factor when you were younger?
No, I know Joe Rogan's he's a pretty popular guy, but he's never really struck my fancy.
Even
at that time.
Even at that time, I love his podcast now. I never thought that I would, because I always associated him with the Fear Factor guy, who was yelling at people, to eat the horse penis and stuff. He's like, you can do it. But he's actually, I love his podcast. He's actually a really down to earth, well-rounded guy. But I don't know, man. If I was on that show, I don't know if I could eat the coagulated blood and
No, there's no reason to. You don't have to sell yourself for money. That's gross. You don't need to be eating stuff like that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Speaking of crazy, people are wearing these male rompers. Have you seen this?
I don't know what that is.
Romper, it's kind of it looks like it's a one piece, where it's kind of like a baggy t-shirt, not really t-shirt, like a baggy dress t-shirt, in shorts combo. So it's a one-piece thing.
I'm gonna Google it. What's it called?
It's called a romper.
Male romper?
Yeah, male. You can type in male romper.
Okay.
And the main picture now is a bunch of guys who are wearing them. It's a really a fratty douche type of thing. And people are going crazy about it. They're completely obsessed with this male romper.
There's romper memes. I see that.
But it's
I see a lot of girls. This is all girls' clothing.
Yeah, it's a girl. It's traditionally a girl's garb. But
I don't know how this works unless you're gonna do drag. I'll type in male romper. Hopefully, I don't get anything strange.
Yeah. I typed in male romper on Google. And you'll probably look at the same things I'm looking at, so.
Oh, man. They just look like Justin Bieber. This is terrible. Why would you dress like this. We're like an ass clown.
You would never wear a romper.
No, not unless I was like doing a joke or something.
It's the new phase, man. I don't know. I would never buy one. If someone bought one for me, I would probably try it on just to like see how it looked. But,
yeah, I'll try it on.
But I don't know, man. People are so like pissed about it.
Sounds like something Eddie would wear. I bet Eddie Simone, if you're listening, do you have a romper?
He'd wear one.
Yeah, he's got 3 probably.
I'm wearing rompers.
I drink lots of beers in my rompers.
So, would you wear one? Like, if someone bought you one, would you wear it, or would you say no?
I mean, if they bought it for me and they wanted me to wear it out, like, fine. I mean, if it means that much to somebody. But no, I would never purchase one on my own. I would never wear one on my own. They look ridiculous.
But it's like a onesie that's shorts and a dress t-shirt, right? Like, it's kind of what it looks like?
Kind of. It kind of looks like it looks like almost like a giant shirt, like a Hawaiian shirt.
But it's got like the pants, but it's got
pants.
like the pants legs at the bottom, though. They're like, it's a big shirt.
This looks like something John Stockton wears on like vacation.
It could be. Could
so
be.
I'm gonna vote no on romper. It's not my thing.
Okay, true votes no.
I vote no. What do you vote?
Listen, I'm not anti-romper. I wouldn't personally go out and buy one.
This sounds like your Trump stance.
Well, no, it's just like I wouldn't like if someone asked me, "Hey, do you want to go buy a romper?" I would say, "No, I don't want to buy a romper because I don't want to wear one." But if somebody bought me one, like, "Hey, I want you to wear this romper," I'd try it on. I don't know. I've never worn a romper. I don't know. Maybe it's comfortable. I don't know.
Your birthday's coming up.
Yeah. So everybody out there, buy me all the rompers you want. We'll do a little fashion show. I don't know. I've never worn one, so honestly, it's not my style. But I wouldn't be opposed to trying it to see if I liked it.
All right. Fair enough.
Okay. So we're getting near the end of the show. And this is the big story of the day. Chris Cornell, lead singer of Soundgarden, and Barry Bones' favorite tattoo. He wanted to get Audio Slave.
On his belly button, right?
No, that was you that wanted a belly button tattoo of the Godsmack song.
Worst idea. Didn't do it.
Oh, man. So you should have got it. But he kicked the bucket, and they said it was a suicide, which, you know what? Like, do we really have to know how he died?
Yeah, like especially like the first day. I mean, he was a very like influential person, especially in music. So I don't know why that's like. I don't know. You know, it's what people I guess want to know. They'd rather hear about the cause of death.
Yeah, it's disrespectful though. Like, let the family like break the news or something like that. You know, like if they knew it was a suicide. I know it's a hot take and it's breaking, but like I don't know. I'm really against like finding out how people die. Like I want to talk to the source. I want to talk to the source. You know, I don't want it to be like all over the interwebs and stuff like that. But so we're gonna go to. I'm gonna ask you, what was your favorite Chris Cornell song, if you had to pick one?
Oh man, I mean, I was never a huge Soundgarden fan.
Right.
But, you know, the one that sticks out to me is, Black Hole Sun.
Right.
That was, if you were an X101.5 listener, you probably heard that, like, once a day.
Oh, yeah.
And I always appreciated, I was never a huge grunge fan. If anything, like, probably my favorite grunge band, if I had to pick one, would be Alice in Chains.
Right.
But Soundgarden had a cool sound to where it was, like, that less is more kind of sound.
Yeah.
I don't think many bands can kind of do that, and I always appreciate that. So yeah, and that song always rocked really hard, but it was also very melodic.
Right.
So
good take. I like it.
Yeah, man. What about you? What's your favorite?
Well, before I give
it,
I need to address something. Ooh. And this happens every time someone dies. Okay, every time a musician dies, every time an actor dies. It's everyone's favorite, right? So as soon as Chris Cornell dies, he was my favorite.
People loved Prince last year.
I can't go on. Chris Cornell died, like, and now they're like, I'm only listening to Chris Cornell today. And it's so fake. Like, you never listened to Chris Cornell in the last 3 years. But now that he's dead, my world is shaken that Chris, there's too many artists of the week that pass away, and then it's their fave. It pisses me off, and I'm not taking it anymore.
Yeah, and I think that, I can't speak for all the musicians out there or celebrities or artists or whatever that pass away, but for me, if I was an artist of some kind and somebody did that on my behalf, like, I'd be like, I would probably feel similar to what you said about it if I was that person in another life.
Right.
So,
I mean, I think
agree with you, man. It's just weird when people come out of the woodwork, like
it is,
and they almost try to get sympathy out of other people.
That's it. You nailed the nail on the head, because they want that, like, oh, my world's shooken, and like I can get 10 likes from that, because that's all it is. That's all it is. They didn't care about Chris Cornell. That's a popular topic, and they want to get hits, likes, faves, comments.
When is the last time, other than Barry Bones, that you heard somebody talking about Audioslave, Chris Cornell,
Never,
or Soundgarden?
Never.
Yeah, exactly. I've never been a Soundgarden fan in my entire life.
It's been 12 years since I've heard anybody to say anything about Chris Cornell.
Yep.
But as far as my favorite Chris Cornell song, I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Ooh.
Do you remember a little movie called Casino Royale?
Oh, yeah, the James Bond movie.
I'm going to play a little bit of it. I guess I'll fast forward. This Adam. Oh, yeah. I just want to hear the chorus. But no, that's my favorite Chris Cornell song. Only because it's kind of bad.
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
It's called You Know My Name.
All right, check it out after the CogCast.
Yeah, it's my favorite Chris Cornell song. Because no one, it's an under-the-radar Chris Cornell song. It
is. And like I said, I'm not a huge Chris Cornell fan. I think it was pretty interesting from being in Seattle when this happened, to see the neighborhood and the community side of it. But yeah,
what was it like? Were people out in the streets or something like that? Or?
No. It's just people talk about it. It's just like if something happened to Bobby Bowden in Tallahassee, or
yeah.
So yeah, no, it's it's a little more interesting to see how people who lived here during the grunge era felt about that. But other than that, I respect him as a musician. He had easily one of the most unique voices in music, especially for you and I growing up liking rock music,
right.
And getting to know the roots of what we grew up with. So yeah, I highly respect the man, and it really sucks when somebody so talented passes away, no matter how it happens.
Yeah,
which isn't the point.
Yeah, you got it. So speaking of the James Bond Casino Royale, are you a James Bond guy, or are you an Ethan Hunt guy from Mission Impossible?
I was going to say, I don't even know who Ethan Hunt is.
He's the guy from Mission Impossible. He's Tom Cruise.
No, now that you say Mission Impossible, I've probably seen more Mission Impossibles than James Bond movies, but I think they're both cool guys. I mean, who's the new James Bond right now?
It was Daniel Craig, but I think it's going to be someone else now.
Okay, because I've seen Daniel Craig and I've seen Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. I have not seen the Sean Connery James Bond. I'm sure that's blasphemy to some people, but I think they're both cool characters. But I'd have to side with MI3. Because as weird as Tom Cruise is in person, he's like this cool little tiny guy who beats people up. I like that in the new movie he's in where he punches the glass and he hits the guy in the head.
Oh, Jack Reacher too, or whatever it was?
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm an Ethan Hawke guy.
I'm an Ethan Hunt. Ethan Hawke. I am a Mission Impossible Ethan Hunt. I get into arguments with people all the time. They're like, I'm a James Bond guy. I'm like, why? And people are James Bond guys, one, because he bangs chicks. Two, because he always drinks. And three, he gets the job done. But Ethan Hunt He climbed a whole building with one glove.
Oh, he's insane. Like, remember Vince from Bed Bath & Beyond? He's insane.
He's the best. He can devise his own team.
Yeah.
Like, if I want a mission get done, it's going to be Ethan Hunt. It's not going to be James Bond, who's this, he's too busy getting loaded, trying to bang chicks. Ethan Hunt's never tried to bang a chick, ever.
No.
He's going to get the job done.
He only has to bang chicks unless it's like in the transporter.
Yeah.
No, what was that? Crank.
Ooh, and Tom Cruise?
No, where he has to bang. It's in an action movie.
You're talking about Crank. That's Jason Statham, though. Where he bangs that chick in front of everybody in Chinatown. Crank's an underrated movie.
I heard, like, I haven't seen Crank 2. I heard it exists, but I guess, like, they tried to outdo that bang scene.
Oh, no.
Have you seen Crank 2?
I don't think so. I would probably remember. I've seen Crank 1 a few times, but I haven't seen Crank 2. Crank. It's like good.
It lends itself to a bang scene.
It's a good, it's a great title for a name. Oh, he's a pretty good, I could see him being James Bond. Jason Statham.
Yeah, he plays a lot of those roles. It seems like the role he plays.
Apparently,
cool collective killer.
Jason Statham and Daniel Craig are in the Hollywood Hung Club.
What is that?
It's people in Hollywood who got a huge cock.
How do people know? And where do you submit entries to the Hung Club?
It's just word of mouth. Hold on, I'm looking
it up. Man.
Hollywood Hung Club.
Hollywood Hung Club.
All right, so it's called Hollywood's Most Well-Endowed Celebs. Size matters.
God.
How was Demi Lovato on it? That doesn't make any sense.
Is she both?
No. I don't know. So apparently Mark Wahlberg is in the Hollywood Hung Club.
All right.
Vinny, the guy from Vinny, Jersey Shore. You know that
Oh,
guy?
I don't know who that is.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig?
John Hamm.
I think these are just people who want these guys to be hung.
It's not enough that they're handsome guys, but...
Yeah, who's next? Like Tom Brady.
Michael Fassbender. I've heard this from a few people.
I don't know who that is.
He was, what was he in? Did you ever see that Ridley Scott movie, Prometheus?
Yeah.
He was like the robot guy.
Ooh, like the cyborg or like the main guy?
The cyborg dude.
Oh, he kind of looks like Jude Law. He's in, right?
A little bit.
Okay.
Steve McQueen. I think I know who you're talking about. He's an old guy.
Ugh.
William Dafoe.
William Dafoe. He's so old.
You know what they said? I heard for a scene in this movie called Antichrist. Seems like a good movie. He had to get a stunt double because his hog was too big. That's what they say.
Man, that's gross.
David Beckham, he's in the Hollywood Hung Club. Liam Neeson, I bet he's in the Hollywood.
Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
I can see that. He plays like monsters.
He's got huge hands. Okay, so this is a quote. X's in 2007, a formal supermodel equipped. He unzipped his pants and an Evian bottle fell out.
That's ridiculous.
I think this one's fake. I don't think Owen Wilson's in the Hollywood Hung Club.
Can you go on? Oh, Owen Wilson? No way.
No way.
Just the way he talks?
There's no way. Well, my it was bigger yesterday. I don't know.
I don't know what happened to it.
Ewan McGregor. Jared Leto, I've heard it from oh man, there's a picture of him just grabbing, and he's it's there. Everybody knows it. Colin Farrell. Robin.
Who was next? Matthew McConaughey.
No, Robin Thicke.
Robin thick.
I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio has a big one. I'm gonna put. I would bet money it's not. He's got too much going on. There's no way. Ashton Kutcher, reported by his wife, so of course she's gonna say that. And then they say David Spade. Get out of here.
David Spade, yeah, and Pauly Shore too. You know, maybe George Lopez. That's a big one. Yeah, right. David Spade.
So speaking of big ones, we want you guys to donate money to the numerous. Well, I guess how many? Can we just get like one good link? You think for?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, what are we trying to promote right now?
Well, I keep forgetting what tomorrow is. It's Environmental Day or something like that?
It's Endangered Species Day.
Species Day.
It's Endangered Species Day. Yeah, so, we'll put up a link. I'll get you one.
Yeah, give me a link tonight, and then we'll put this up. Well, this is Thursday, but we'll put it on Friday. So, on Endangered Species Day. So, we'll put a link. You know, just throw, be in the Hollywood Hung Club. Donate big time to a legit, charity. Good for everybody.
Absolutely, yeah. I appreciate you putting that out to your listeners, and as far as Endangered Species Day goes, you can do various other things as well. And I'm obviously, I think donating is important, but I think hands-on is very important. So get involved in your communities, find out ways you can help your natural backyards. Saving the earth saves all species. So definitely don't stick it just to donations. Get out there. Plant some pollinators. Curb your environmental usage at your house. Make your life more sustainable. That goes the farthest way. And by doing good works, people see you do them, and they do them too. So and let's get some cash to those who need it, and I'll definitely support you and get you a link because you support me and what I do. So I really appreciate that. There's quite a few organizations, but in general, like I mentioned in the show, if you're ever wanting to donate to a organization of any kind, Charity Navigator has been always really helpful for me.
Okay, well. Drew said it best. Drew, if people want to reach out to you, do you have an email or any kind of confirmation?
Yeah, just hit me up on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm friends with Cog. That's probably the best way to get to me.
Drew the zoo guy.
And I'm in a picture with a sloth. You won't miss me.
That's it. You can't miss it. If you want to reach me, I'm at Garrett W. Savage on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to email the show... still waiting to pop our cherry on that one. So, anybody wants to email Duck, DACOGCAST, you can do that. Drew, this was fun. I hope we can do it again. So, if you guys want to reach out to us, you can. So, I guess we'll say goodbye.
See you, CogCast world. It was great hanging out with you.
It was great. So, bye.
Peace.